This episode is brought to you by eggdumpsoup.com. Go to eggdumpsoup.com for all your eggdumpsoup.com needs.
That's right.
He calls him on the slide. Don't
On the
tell
slide.
mama about that guy that comes over.
Boricua.
He looks like John Leguizamo, kind of if you squint your eyes just a little. He's a cock-loving dad. He's a cock-loving dad. Don't tell mama about your cock-loving dad. You discovered dad's secret. Now guess who's got to live with it? You. I got some stuff I gotta work out, guys.
You know, hey, who does it?
I don't know, but hey, you're in the right place. You are listening to the Super Live Adventure Podcast. I am Chris Arantino.
I'm John Saluga.
And I'm Laura.
Yeah, hanging out in Chris's wing here on Staten Island. I am drinking Omegang Brewery's Three Philosophers. A favorite.
I'm drinking a nice limoncello
Hey.
Way.
and a nice Stella, just a Stella
Just
from
a
the
Stella.
deli. It's nothing special. It's just a Stella.
Very nice. Gotta ring the bell.
I rang the bell twice before, but I'll ring it twice again.
I got a
Sorry.
blue.
I should catch up and.
Yeah, we all should. I'm drinking a bottle that is
Chris, are you having an auditory seizure? What's happening?
Point summer ale.
Wow. Nostrovia, my friend. How big is this? It doesn't say.
It'll fit. That's how big it is.
That's a 1.5
Just open it
liters.
wide.
you, Laura.
I can tell just by eyeball looking
Thank
at
you.
it.
I appreciate it.
You know,
Okay.
it's not just 1 liter. It's fatter than that. Oh, it says 1 pint 9.4 ounces.
Ooh, that's what I
an
did.
arbitrary amount of
Right?
beer.
I guess I was wrong. I don't know.
cool-looking
That is
bottle.
weird, right?
Yeah.
Why is it measured like that?
And 9.7% alcohol by volume.
Okay, that's nice.
The Oma Gangbang.
Whee! Oma gangbang.
Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love a bunch of Oma Gang guys running a Oma Gangbang
We should
on
ask
you?
them for sponsor. It's like, hey, if you're interested in sponsoring the podcast, we think you'd like it. We
Yeah.
refer to ourselves as the Oma gangbang.
The Oma Gangbang. Got a little more upstate New York from here, so I like to take the train to the Oma Gangbang, if you know what I mean. Choo choo.
Let's send this to them as a clip. Just
Yeah.
send it to them and just go, this is what we would do. Maybe they're cool.
Maybe you'll
Maybe
get
they're cool.
sponsored.
The beer's it is one of my favorite, maybe my favorite brewery. I think it would definitely be my favorite if they sponsored us.
I think
But
you
it's
should
Oh,
try.
fuck
might be my
yeah.
favorite. Hey, you're competing with Bell's. You're
Listen,
competing
if
with Founders.
you sponsored us, guess what? We'd tell everyone you got the biggest dicks.
Yeah, we'll ring a bell for every inch of
You know,
at each of your dicks.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, we're ringing bells for days.
3 philosophers, 3
Doesn't stop.
giant dicks
3 giant
on
yeah.
the label through our web store. Well, come on, it'll be great. It's $50 a bottle. We split it 50-50.
That's right. It's just that they're all philosophizing about
Yeah,
dick.
I think
Chris
you got a
will draw it.
shot,
I'll
honestly.
draw it. I'll
You'll
draw
draw it?
3 giant dongs on
What
a boat.
philosophers would you
Yeah.
draw?
Which philosophers?
Socrates.
Socrates, Socrates, and Crocrates, the guy who
go.
invented Crocs. We all know him.
What a crock of shit. But you know what? You got to throw him in because you want to appeal to everybody.
And he had a good look with the mustache and that hat.
Yeah.
He
My
was
parents, they kind of live by a crock philosophy.
Crockety. Crockety philosophy.
I thought I hated Crocs until I saw your Crocs.
Oh, I got you with the
and
Crocs.
now my kids wear Crocs.
Oh, all the kids wear Crocs. They're great, versatile
That's the
shoes.
best. Just put those on and go in the backyard.
And you could do whatever you want in those
You don't
shoes.
need socks. Just put that on.
You can
Yeah,
wear them to
you go
gymnastics. You can wear
sure.
them like
in
to
the sandbox.
store.
Go in the pool. I don't
Yeah,
care.
the
Like,
I
pool,
haven't
the
crocked
park.
yet. I would. I'm not against it. I
Listen,
just haven't.
if you find yourself going camping, there it's a good camping.
I go camping
shoe.
like once a year with the band. Like we go camping. It's
I'm
literally
Nice
once
when
a
you have
year.
to pee in the middle of the night. You slip on some Crocs.
oh,
Maybe I
You,
should.
you know,
yeah.
you get them for one thing. I got them for camping, and then you find yourself using it for other things, and you're like, "Oh, I'm a Croc person. Now. I'm a person that I
yeah.
once hated, and now I have become
I'm Killer Croc.
killer
Hey,
Croc."
I'm a
what?
Batman villain.
I read an article about style. Right now after the pandemic, and you know what's in? Whatever the fuck
you want.
It fucked it all up. It
Yeah.
hit the reset button.
It's
And
true.
suddenly celebrities lost control and designers lost control. And it was maybe some person you like on TikTok and only 100 people follow her. But you like
Right.
what she's wearing. It's like
That's what the kids are
it
into.
is
That's what.
whatever the fuck you. And they said,
Yeah.
look at the major brands and you will see like tops that are basically like bras that girls are wearing out, but you'll also see oversized flannels
Yeah.
on the same store's website.
all right with all
We're
that.
just being
nobody-
uncomfortable.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
And
Just
maybe
be
Just for
comfortable.
comfort.
Yeah.
But
Why
also,
anything else?
maybe
That's why I'm naked right now.
And I
That's
hope
it.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
ring the
know.
bell. I'm gonna
I'm glad you
pray.
are.
Maybe we never go back to just an overall style where people do whatever the fuck they want.
That I feel like that was the 80s. I know the 80s had a style,
But
but
it's
in the
not a
80s,
style.
people like just did whatever the fuck they wanted, and it was like cool. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I started wearing hats that they sell in 4-packs on Amazon for old ladies with cancer. And they're comfortable and they fit my head.
We know that's a problem. We have to always consider.
And you can roll them up and make them look different.
Oh, I've definitely made concessions. Like, oh, these pajamas or pants, you know?
They're so good. I'm gonna buy every color.
We've given up as a society.
I have
We're
a
just...
hat drawer, a cancer hat drawer, and a full head. I'm
Stop
cancer free
saying
with
that.
a full head of hair, but I'm wearing a cancer hat. Cause fuck it.
Yo, man, like he goes to chemo, and they're like, look at this poser.
Look at this guy. Somebody sees you out in the store with this. He's got the same
Fuck.
cancer hat.
because they see
He's
my
like-
hair spilling out.
Yeah, it's like, what are you in for? And then all
Like, oh my god, he's got hair.
He has a hair helmet under his cancer hat.
there's gonna be a docu-series about you.
Lock the doors. He's healthy. Let's kick this shit out. He's not dying. Lock the doors. Let's teach him a lesson.
Give him cancer.
Oh,
Rip the door off the microwave.
everybody. Jam him in there for about 4 minutes.
Oh no. Oh no.
Make him eat everything in the dollar store.
You're gonna get canceled.
Trying to think of all the ways you can get cancer.
Oh yeah, there's
Those hats are great. I'm telling you, I found a hat.
You finally, John finds
and
a hat.
Lamood. I love Lamood. Lamood.com for all your
Lamood.
big head needs. But I prefer an old lady cancer hat.
fuck. Hey, good
I mean,
luck.
do you guys
I'm
like
happy
it?
for you. Yes,
It
I'm
looks
happy
good.
if you're
I mean-
happy. The style.
It looks good. I didn't want to.
This is me without a hat.
I don't see
see
that.
it. I
Where's that?
It's in the car.
Well, maybe you need to go get it and put it on.
I
decided
saw
to
it
go big.
earlier before you got here.
What's
and
your opinion? Talk to me just one-on-one. Forget John's here. Just look at me.
I
just look at me.
loved it, but I
Mhm.
didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to mention it because I thought maybe he was sick. He didn't want to tell
I mean,
me.
did the Smurfs have cancer? It's like that kind of a hat. That's how I wear
Smurf's
it.
hat.
It's like a Smurf hat.
I'm gonna need to see this hat.
I'm like a gnome.
all right.
Yeah, but he didn't.
You know, you once yelled at me because I said
Yelled at you?
Yes, you didn't really yell at You silently disapproved
Oh, all
with a
right.
look.
That's more my style.
Yeah, it was more like that. But to
I
me,
only
that
yell in the house.
I understand that as yelling. Like you can look at me with a venomous look, and it's like, why are you yelling at me? Like I take it for
I
what
get
it
it.
is.
Okay, all right.
You know,
I can imagine doing that.
Yeah, because I called you a no. I said I called you a gnome.
Oh,
I forget what a.
Yeah.
He was on TV as a troll.
Yes, and
Yeah.
A bed
I
troll.
think you just
People-
shrunk
people
me down
know
even
him
more
as
than they
the-
already did.
People know
I
him. When
think you were just like, yeah, but smaller. Oh, they were mean, but they didn't go as small as.
Listen,
Really, you really gotta shrink it. I mean, a troll could be bigger than me, but not a gnome.
Listen, what you're
Right? A
telling
troll
me
could be
about the
bigger
hats.
than you.
What you're saying is that I was right. That's what you're saying.
You always be a big man to me. Biggest man in town. Here's the Johnson look at the biggest man in town.
Oh, no
Let's take
man
a-
is not a big man if he
take a
has a couple of breasts.
Skeletor shot of limoncello, He-Man.
Oh, enjoy.
We're drinking from Skeletor.
I got
Done with my
Crystal
Omega.
Head vodka shot glasses, and when you fill them with limoncello, he does
The
look like
limoncello
Skeletor.
hits.
Yeah.
It hits you nice.
It does, man.
Right?
Skeletor with the Chicago accent, because that's Dan Aykroyd. That's all he can do. That's it. He's got one character.
The bears. The bears, He-Man.
Aykroyd's is real, man. Are we gonna recognize it? Oh, you know what sucks? If one of us gets it first.
Yeah.
Gets what?
Aykroyd's.
Ackroyd's?
When
You
you used to
haven't
be
heard-
really funny, but then you're
Oh,
not funny
Jesus.
anymore.
Yeah. Do you know somebody suffering from Aykroyd's?
Oh man,
Yeah, of course you do.
I probably do. I would never just say it.
Yeah.
Is it one of us?
It's not one of you. Could you tell me in private?
Yeah. If you
If
ever
it's-
feel like the Aykroyd's really like we have on-set stage for Aykroyd's.
Oh yeah,
Can you
I'm
let
just
us
gonna
know?
pull one of you aside one day. I'm gonna be like, I have something to tell
Okay.
you.
I'm gonna hit
You're not
pause.
funny.
I'm gonna hit pause. I'm gonna say something really mean, and then we're gonna hit record.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's not nice. Oh,
Really
that's
mean.
That's mean.
It's really mean. I'm
It's really
sorry.
mean,
Really mean.
but yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, as friends, there's things sometimes you have to tell your friends, and my style is more like, you know, like gentle encouragement and like a little,
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
like a little slip something in there when the time's appropriate. And if it means I have to wait 7 months before that appropriate time, I will do it.
Yeah.
I am that kind of friend. I will hang in there.
I like that.
I
You're
like
in it
that
for the
too.
long.
I'm in it for the long
game.
haul. I
Yeah.
wait for the right moment, and I'm like, they just said it, and I'm gonna slip in there with that thought I had. That's really not something that you should, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sneaky like that. Watch
That's
out.
good.
All right.
Watch
That's
out.
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of like that.
Viper.
My dad set the bar, so I'll give you 40 years.
I'll give you 40
I'll
years
give
of fucking up, and then
40
I'll
years
tell you.
before I'm like, you know
Oh,
what?
man.
Fuck it, man.
One
It's
day
been
you're gonna
40
be
years.
dead, and I'm gonna be like, I never got to tell him. I
I hope I get to apply that rule one more time. I hope we get to be like 90 and be like, oh yeah, and I stopped talking to him when I was 45. Well, no, 85. I met him at 45, stopped talking to him at 85. Had enough.
Yeah. I'm done with
That's the way, yeah. I fucked it up.
I fucked up.
Sorry. You guys take over. You don't need me.
Well,
Come on.
just look at me. Just Chris,
Fuck up.
just
Don't
look at me.
Don't
Just
look at me.
We
Don't
can't
look
look
at
at
him.
him. He's
Don't look
he's
at
like
me.
peeing in the corner right now.
always
He's like
looking at me.
ashamed.
The listeners don't know he stares into my eyes the whole time. We did 4-hour podcast. He doesn't blink. He's a creepy weirdo. And I'm afraid to leave. I'm locked in.
That's
There's
why.
only
That's
two
why
people who listen and they do 50 characters. It's all a sham.
It's all a sham.
All of it.
This is just. This is all just like a Truman Show podcast.
What's a nightmare?
Whose mental health are we supporting? Like who is the charade of this podcast? Like
I don't know.
we're doing
anymore.
it to like support
I
who?
don't know anymore.
To
I've
keep
been
John
in-
up.
I don't know. Yeah, when it
always
comes,
been
when all right, if
uncomfortable
you
in
strip
every
it down,
scenario.
why are we doing this? We strip it down
Why
to
are we
everything.
doing
Why
this?
do we do? Is it attention? Is it because like when else would we see each other if we didn't do this?
It's fun.
What is it?
It's
Is
fun.
it fun?
It's fun.
Why do we do this?
It's fun.
It's fun.
I will say it's
That's
fun.
number one reason.
There's other things I want to do, and I think we should be doing.
bands.
We're doing the fun thing.
It's
We're doing the
fun.
fun.
Why do we do the
But
band?
part
It's
of
fun.
it's just to hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
I should probably write a book, but this is fun.
This is
Yeah.
fun. Right. Writing a book. That's like
fun.
work. This, we show up,
This
we
is
laugh,
fun.
we drink.
Yeah,
It's fun.
this is fun.
Other people
We
think it's a
drink,
little
we
fun.
smoke.
There's some people who also think it's fun.
Sure.
So that's good.
Yeah.
We do it for that too.
That's it. We should call this podcast. It's just they're living vicariously through us. Right?
Oh man, they're sitting right here in the kitchen. They
That's
got they got a bottle of bamboo rum, a bottle of limoncello, a bottle of 2 bottles of tequila, a bottle of Lisa Poland sent that whiskey.
Rebecca Creek,
Rebecca Creek,
Oma Gang, Three's
Oma Gang, a
Philosopher.
bunch of
Yeah, there's a lot on
beers.
the table.
This is like the opposite of an AA meeting.
But if you just called this podcast
from one.
Yo, a podcast just called. Let's change it vicarious.
I can't. Oh man,
That's the podcast.
That's like
and there's
Black.
just like
we
a
could have a whole
silhouette
Black
of
Mirror
us
episode
with smoke, and it's vicarious.
Yeah.
Live the way you shouldn't through the vicarious.
the way you shouldn't.
Talk and live and think the way you shouldn't.
We just shove White Castle hamburgers into the microphone. That's what you hear. Live the way you shouldn't.
It's kind of my toilet idea.
Well, yeah,
We're
we
all
do
on
a
the
show
toilet.
on the
Yeah.
toilet.
We're on the toilet, but we call it vicarious. It sounds really sexy. And then when you listen,
It's
we're
people
just saying whatever we want while pissing
randomly
and shitting and
shitting.
farting freely.
just drop.
Then we have
Oh,
a
man.
snack tray of food and booze, and we're on the toilet, and
We're
we
just
podcast over
eating.
Zoom. We're just eating and
Okay.
Eating,
Here's the
drinking.
thing,
and we
though.
call it vicarious. And
Here's
it's a
the
really
thing.
fancy looking.
But here's the thing. Do you?
It's got to be elegant, like all black
Oh.
and white, black and white.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
we're shitting. We're
you're doing
shitting and
the-
peeing.
Wait, do you acknowledge? Here's the thing. Do you acknowledge when somebody else shits and pees, or do you not?
Oh, you do. I think you do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You got to be like, whoa.
That was a nice
Season 1. I mean, season 2, it might become old and it's just background. you
Yeah.
know? You're talking about.
Like, blah, blah, it gives me you fed
Yeah,
the
but-
fish, or you just,
Well, they
or
don't
you
roll
had
the
like a lot of
toilet.
salad the night before.
I mean, that's, that's up to God. We listen, you could just, we could eat some extra cheese that night. We're getting old,
Yeah.
You know what? All cheese is extra cheese. That's
Oh,
the age
jeez.
I'm at.
Yeah, I hear
It's
you.
all extra.
What do you
you're
think
going
this
for
is?
More? You didn't
What do you
learn
think
your
this is?
Oh, yeah. What is
This
that?
is my lactate. It's in a
Yeah.
fucking macaroon.
Oh, I thought you started doing like vitamins. I wasn't
No,
gonna
you
say
thought
that.
I was just
Be
popping
like,
pills with my pizza. You just thought Laura has an addiction.
Yeah,
And you weren't
gotta
gonna
take
say anything. You were
Percocets.
just
yeah,
like,
and I'm
Yeah.
Let Laura do Laura.
Yeah, Laura's
This is
partying it up.
lactate.
You're having lactate.
Okay.
You know
This
what I'm
is
No,
big
I'm
into?
kidding. I honestly, I'm kidding. I thought it was like Tylenol.
No.
I'm big into Beano now.
No, you're a Beano guy.
I'm a Beano
look at
guy.
us.
Hey.
Yeah.
We are people of a certain age.
Tonight
You
we
know
do
what?
Beano
You want
and
to talk about
tacos
sponsors? If Beano wanted to sponsor this podcast,
Oh, Beano could sponsor
Oh,
the toilet
hey.
episode.
Oh man,
Beano and can we get two Beano and lactate?
No.
They don't conflict.
I got the whole commercial for
Oh,
Beano. This is my
wow.
pitch to Beano.
All
You
right,
ready?
All right,
ready?
let's get it.
This podcast is brought to you by Beano. I take Beano. Chris doesn't. Beano. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
And
that
they'd
is-
be like, you know what? There's this podcast where one guy farts all the fucking time, and the other guy, it's
Burping and
very
farting.
rare. I mean,
Shit.
it's very, very rare.
This one guy's disgusting. He's like, if a mule could talk, but then this other guy, Prince Charming, comes riding in.
We're having like a meeting. Like we're talking about our sponsorships. Who do we got so far? We got
Beano.
this beer. We got Beano.
We
All
got
right.
beer and Beano.
Beer and Beano. It's so appropriate.
I
Sounds
think
like
it's-
that sounds like a
that's
night at the
gotta be the
Legion.
the name of this episode. Beer and Beano.
Beer and Beano. Friday night. Beer and Beano. All right.
I like it just like as like it's like a Xerox like thing stuck up on the beer and Beano night. Come on down.
What a great graphic, right? You
Yeah,
could combine
beer-
a big beer mug overflowing with beans.
Can I say it right now? Can we do this? Wait. Can we do it right now? Can we call every live show of Super Live Adventure Beer and Beano Night? Moving forward, I swear to God.
Yes.
Beer and Beano at Pizza Doro. Beer and Beano at JHU.
Beer and Pizza Doro.
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
It's
Yeah.
great
Beer
everywhere.
and Beano night.
Beer and Beano. Who wouldn't come?
Just beer and Beano night.
Beano
Beer and
night.
Beano night. Oh my God, here it is happening.
Sponsored by Beano.
Just start saying you're sponsored by
Sponsored
Beano.
by Oma Gang.
Do it.
Just start
Just
saying
do
it.
And
then
eventually they'll have to give us
listen,
money.
Sometimes you got to work the other way. You know, like
Yo, throw it for a loop. Sponsored by Oma Gang.
maybe they'll start to
Throw
see
for
like
a
Beano
complete
sales
loop.
will spike in Staten Island, and then you guys write to them, dear Beano Company.
Throw it for a loop. Sponsored Beer and Beano sponsored by Oma Gang. It's perfect.
This is a plan.
I
This
think
is a good.
either one of them, both of them, you get them both in there.
Plan Beano.
I'm glad we had this business meeting. Oh, what a great commercial, right?
We wanted Open Gang, but we got Beano.
Plan Peanut from outer space.
The dog barking.
I'm glad we had this meeting.
I'm gonna open this Rebecca Creek. It's a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it.
Rebecca Creek.
Good old
Fine
Rebecca
Texas
Creek.
blended
You know,
whiskey.
It doesn't feel like a. Where'd that come from?
Texas.
Straight from Texas.
Straight from
It's like
Texas.
real, like
that came from the Red Bear herself.
And is this sexist of me to say? But like, it's like you don't often hear of whiskey named after a woman. You know,
I like that.
No, but
woman
you-
whiskey. You know,
I like
it's
that.
like all man
There's some-
names, very
but,
masculine.
Yeah, you're right. Johnny Walker,
Johnny
Jim
Walker,
Beam,
Jim
It's
Jack
changed it. My
Daniels,
mother loves that.
Men.
Big Dick
All right,
Sullivan.
so give it up for Rebecca Creek. We're
I
breaking
give everyone
glass ceilings
Crabs
with Rebecca
Mahoney.
Rebecca Creek.
And it's got a little pentagram. Look. Do, do,
Oh,
do,
look at
do. Oh shit! The
Well-
witches. It's the witch whiskey.
Thank you, Lisa Poland. There's no bell near me. Hope you're staying cool down in Texas. It's fucking hot as hell. They're having brownouts.
Oh,
It's
man.
they're not having a good time down there now.
Listen, hey, if I may, I know this doesn't help you any, but if I may bring it back to some old Super Live Adventure podcast tradition, you're in the middle of a heat wave! Oh, it's so hot! It's a heat wave! I'm melting out on the street! I'm just fanning myself until my wrist hurts!
Hey,
I'm hot!
Texans, if it makes you feel any better, Laura and I were both complaining about how we were slightly uncomfortable in pants tonight.
Yes, we were slightly uncomfortable.
We wish we
Slightly
wore
un-
shorts. We would have been slightly more
You know,
comfortable
I
on
knew-
a perfect night here. On
I'm wearing
Staten
shorts, and let me tell you, my dangle is dickling like like it's a ringling tingling.
It's a wrangling and dangling. Oh no, it's perfect.
I feel great.
Really perfect.
Oh, you guys are missing out. It feels great. Oh, you
Beautiful, beautiful.
It's a really nice.
It's a
You know
good
what?
night.
I
It's
had
a good
tacos.
night.
You had pizza. How do you feel? I feel good.
I feel good. It
If it
feels
was 90
great.
degrees, I'd feel gross.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
Laura
feel
and I made
great.
Fun.
The weather is so good that our bad decisions didn't affect our night.
Yeah. All right, good for you.
That's how-
This is what I like summer. I want summer to be this. Just a nice 80-degree day, a 70-degree night. Let's
no
just keep it at that.
humidity.
That would
80
be
is a little
lovely.
high.
You know
All right,
what's
we
cool?
can lower it a little.
Yeah, but you know what my weather app said today? The air quality was good.
All right.
That never happened.
that never happens
That
around
never-
here.
I'll take a
ever-
good.
I'll
Yeah.
take a good. It was good air quality.
That is right. You're right.
I don't
Today's
pay
a good day.
attention. I kind of feel like an old person who looks at that and just says, I'm not going to care about this. I choose to not think about or care about air quality. And I know that's privilege of mine. I don't have any kind of lung diseases or anybody I love that has any kind of, but how many
Well,
things
unless
are
you
we
have
going to
an-
worry about? How many things? The
Well,
the pollen
if you
count?
didn't
I just don't
know.
want to think about it.
Well,
no.
Unless you have an escape plan,
Where's
there's
my-
nothing
you
you
got
can do
my
about it.
lighter?
But for
you
me,
got my pole lighter?
it helps me to look at it and go, oh, that's
Did I leave
why
it
I
out there?
feel
Yeah,
like
it's out
shit
there.
right
Come
now.
out there.
Yeah.
It just helps me to.
I
You
gotta
know what I
light
mean?
this
It's
joint.
really saying like, oh, this is gonna affect my day, with allergies and all that.
I guess.
For me, I'm affected by it, so
I'm
it helps me.
affected by it.
Today was a good day. Today I had a good day today. We caught a lot of potato bugs today.
Mm.
And
That's
you
the
know, that's
definition of a good day. I
hey,
caught a
that's
lot
the
of potatoes.
secret.
What are you, 6 years old?
That's
I
the
caught a
secret
lot of
to
potato bugs
John's
today.
potato
I told you,
salad.
I've been hanging out with a 4-year-old. Well, I've been hanging out with a 3-year-old for a year, and he turned 4 recently. But yeah, that's what I do. I was very excited. We caught a lot of potato bugs, and we caught an earwig, and then we went to show.
But
Christine,
it's
and
like
it
you're
got
talking-
out, and
you're
Ben was
like a
where'd it
farmer.
go? And
You're
I
like-
went, Mom's ear, and he
fuck.
laughed, and I loved him more than I've ever loved him before. That he realized I was making a joke.
Yeah.
That an earwig went in her ear, and he was like, it cracked him up instead of being like, because no, there's like that age difference where a year ago he would have been like, he would have cried that she had a bug in her ear, and now he's like laughing that I'm making a joke about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we go out every morning. We go
knows you're
out
being
and
silly.
we catch bugs, and that's like the pet for the day in our house.
We used to do that.
Yeah.
Worms. We had keep things in a bucket for a little while.
But here's the weird thing. So now I have the internet, right? So I caught a fly.
You
And
know?
he goes, "What is it?" And I said, "Oh, it's a horsefly." And I said, they bite. They're nasty. It was in the house. It was a big fly that I would have.
That's
right?
some New Jersey shit.
Any of
we
us
don't
would-
have that out
We
here.
have horseflies on Staten Island. No,
Maybe in Travis.
When I was a kid in Pennsylvania, it was bad. There was a year where they had a moth problem, and they decided to fight it naturally by releasing a bunch of horseflies.
Oh man,
And it ruined my summer.
I'm sure.
Me and my brother we filled like probably like an inch of a plastic pail with dead flies that were smacking
Ugh.
as they bit us. And mosquitoes, at least when they bite you, they kind of like slip in and they numb you.
Yeah.
And sometimes you feel it, but if they do it right, they
You just
do
feel
it.
later.
They take what they need and they leave. And it's only the females because they need the protein to make eggs.
Yeah.
Horseflies, same exact thing. But you know what they do? They fucking bite you, the blood spills out, and they have a sponge-like tongue that like sucks it up, and then they leave. Which is why horses and cows and anything without fucking arms, yeah, fuck you, they live fine. We're the ones that smack them and kill them.
Right.
But then Ben is like, he knows about the internet, so he's like, I want to see pictures of horseflies. And I pull up pictures, and then he goes, this isn't a horsefly. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, well, it's a type of horsefly. And he's like,
he thought it was a horse that looked.
no, but he's looking at he's looking at the fly, and he's looking at the photo of a horsefly, and he's like, show me a picture that looks like this, because it's not this.
Right.
This has a red butt and a little bit of red on, and I was like, and then I Googled what we had, and we had a red-tailed flesh fly,
Oh, a
What?
flesh
which is
fly.
so much grosser sounding.
A flesh.
And then I'm like, oh god, they just eat shit. And by the way, telling him his favorite thing he ever found on the internet was like, oh, it eats poop.
It eats poop.
It's his
That's
favorite.
great.
This is the
Wes
best.
Craven's
He's gonna tell
flavor.
everybody about
It's
this.
the best bug in the world. And I was even like, I was like, should we poop in your bug catcher? 'Cause he has this whole net there.
That's
Like,
what you said.
I was like, if
Hey,
we're gonna,
son, we're gonna take a. Did
I was
you
like-
lean over your kid's
And he-
bug
I
pet?
did. I swear
and
to
take a
God, I
shit?
did. No, I didn't take a shit.
Oh, I thought you
leaned
did
over
it
it
for
and
the
said
pet.
that. And then he laughed, and he was like, and I was like, we can't. We're not putting poop in your bug. Because at one,
He's gonna
at some
do it.
point
He's
he
gonna
went,
Wait,
wake
why
up
is it
at
called
night.
flesh fly?
I
if
don't
it's
know,
Like, I
because
thought,
they
I'm
eat
thinking
sh-
like it's like a zombie.
It was so
horror
weird.
movie
What we
thing.
read was that they'll
Maybe it eats your flesh.
Okay, they'll eat.
I mean,
they'll eat. Am I pronouncing it right? To say carrion? The like dead, like rotting flesh, like
Okay.
I think
roadkill,
so.
dead animals. So they eat that and shit.
Also, a
they
spider,
don't bite-
a
they don't bite.
Spider-Man villain.
They're not.
carry on.
carry on.
Carry on my wayward son. So yeah, they eat. So that's why they're called flesh flies. But then there's the red-tailed, and I was like, oh, let's read about the red-tailed. It is visible red genitalia.
Just like me.
A fly with genitalia so
That's
big
Chris's
you can see it.
bamboo, Baboon.
Bamboon. Bamboon. That's what they call his genitalia.
Bamboon.
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 Go to
genitalia.
urbandictionary.com, type in bamboon, and you get Chris Sorrentino's genitalia.
Bamboon.
And if it's not there, listeners, someone needs to fix it. I think if a few people get involved, we can make it a thing.
Bamboon.
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 Bamboon. Chris
All right.
Sorrentino's genitalia. Add it to the slap dictionary. You go back to the very beginning. There's a Saint Germain. That's a hairy asshole. All the way up to
Bamboon.
Bamboon. Fit it where you shit it. Guys, come on. Do we have to do everything?
Spell it out from the back. I got another beer. I'll be all right.
I like Bamboon.
I like it.
I
See,
love
see what
Bamboon.
happens. It's a beautiful mistake. It just goes to show you in life. Sometimes you should drink too much with your friends and say stupid
Yeah.
shit.
No, mistakes go a long way. It happens. It happens.
Mistake.
That means
Mistakes helping. Is that what
That's-
you just?
Well, when help happens, it happens. I think we're in trouble. We're looking to do 2 tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we could do it. We're
in for it.
fine. I'm fine. What are you talking about? I could do another podcast.
Yeah,
I could.
you could do it. You
Don't-
could do it.
a
No,
good
but mistakes
idea.
are important.
Mistakes are important.
I don't
Mistakes
know.
are
I know
funny.
you don't love when I bring up work, but Vanilla Clown on Impractical Jokers was in the writers' room. Somebody was talking about something completely different, and it was misheard as Vanilla Clown, and we came up with the idea of a clown who was completely white in every way. And when then Will Thaxton made that clown, some of it was kind of yellow and crusty and everything, and it wasn't quite the pure white Vanilla Clown that we wanted, but it was also the scariest fucking thing ever. And Danny Green is now like Vanilla Clown. He's like, it's a thing on the show.
All
But it was
right.
misheard.
A beautiful mistake.
Somebody was talking about
I don't
something
know anything
completely
about
different,
Vanilla.
and it was heard as Vanilla Clown.
All right.
I think it was Vanilla Cloud, which is like a dessert
Is it?
thing or something, or
Okay,
it was something
sounds
like
it
that.
would be.
Yeah.
I do.
Yep. So
I'll
there
eat
you
it.
go. That's where ideas come from. That's
Guys, we live in New York City. We could go
Hey.
right now, and we could go find a vanilla cloud dessert.
yes, we could. We
We
can find
could.
whatever we want.
We could. You ready to take this thing on the road?
You want to go on
do
a
it.
journey?
Well, we were talking about going on the road. I think we should think about a road trip out of state to hit a real dispensary.
Yes.
Because now we're going home to states where it's legal. You just can't really buy it yet.
Yes.
It'd be fun to go shopping in a real
Should we rent an
store.
Airbnb and just 24-hour live stream?
Do it, buy it, do a show, go to sleep.
Just live stream
whole
our
thing, come
night
home.
at the Airbnb.
Oh my god, yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
I'd
Like
record the car
reality
a little
TV.
bit.
Like just pop in, see what we're doing.
yeah.
We're just smoking weed.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Smoking
pretty much
weed.
what we're
I
doing.
have zero plans this summer. Why not do it? That's a
Yeah, I
funny
just plan on
idea.
smoking a bunch of weed.
Yeah, let's think about it.
All right,
Okay.
we're gonna think. This has been
Let's
a
think
really
about
productive
it.
meeting.
Okay,
honestly,
let's do it.
I gotta say,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow
Wake up at 6.
we're leaving our
AM.
families. Call out of work.
Load your guns. Tag your children. Microdose your
Yeah, what do
grandmother.
you tell your kids when
Father's
you do
Day.
stuff like that?
It's Father's Day.
If
What
you-
do I tell my kids?
If you're like, I'm not going to be home on Father's Day.
This
I'll see you
Father's
later.
Day.
I got something important to do. I gotta
Lock
go.
your
Mommy's gotta
door.
go.
I got John Saluga had a good idea.
We had a good
Pack
idea. We had
your
to leave
bags.
right
We
away.
had to go do it.
Happy Father's Day.
We're doing it today.
And
What do I
leave
tell my kids
town.
when I go and do stuff? I just tell them what I'm going
But
to
if
do.
it's days, if
Like-
if you were like, I'm going to go to a dispensary in Massachusetts.
I'm gonna say I'm
With-
renting a house with my friends. I'm going upstate.
There you
We're
go.
doing the podcast upstate in the house. I would tell them everything.
the podcast. You
Yeah.
mentioned the podcast. You're giving them an in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am giving them an in, and it's possible that my older daughter just secretly listens to them but never mentions it. I in fact had that thought
Yikes.
earlier in this
Yeah.
podcast. What if she's secretly listening to them and then she gets to know her mother on another level, but she doesn't tell me until she's like in college? And if she's listening right now, continue to not tell me. I don't want to know.
It's also bad for me because I see her from time to time.
It's
and I
not
don't
bad
want
though.
her.
They're
I don't
gonna
want
grow
her.
up. You don't want her what? She's gonna grow up. They're little people. They're gonna grow up into adults.
I say
she's-
filthy
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, so do I.
And you're going to be that guy. You're
And
that
she's
guy.
gonna
wanna
be in
that
theater.
Guy. I don't want to be that guy.
She's gonna be in theater. She's gonna be with
I don't wanna be
artists.
that guy.
Come on, it's
You know what I
funny.
love? When I think about my Uncle Leroy, when I think about him, I remember him as the first and really only guy to treat me like an adult. You know what I mean? As
Right.
like a teenager, we're just like, yeah, you're a man, and I'm just gonna talk to you the way I talk to your father and everybody else.
Right.
And I I gotta say, I love that so
It's important.
much.
It's important.
You could try to hide it, and what Laura's saying is like, you're not going anywhere. You know what I mean? We're in this community. This is like, we're friends, we're family. Like, and it's yeah.
Why shouldn't
You are
they
who you
know?
are.
Why shouldn't they grow to be like? I think it's beneficial to them. Like, be funny. Like, yeah. Like, what is she gonna go to college and nobody's gonna say filthy things? You think these kids don't say shit to each other?
Yeah,
They're not as funny as we are when they say their filthy stuff.
We didn't have the internet. We were just like, you found queef, and that was the funniest thing for 4 years. You know what
These
I mean?
kids, yeah,
You
like
couldn't Google anything. Like you could, they know more than us. It's so different. They can catch up any day they want to, any day they choose to. I just
that's
think
why
some
it's
of them
important
choose to
be
not
open.
know.
It's
Yeah.
important to be open. And yeah, you could lock down your kid's phone and stuff. You could lock it down and make sure they don't like see certain things. And some things that's important, but other times it's like, all right, just be honest. Tell your kids where babies came from. Tell your daughters
Well,
what's going to
that's-
happen to them.
Yeah.
Don't keep that shit a secret because they can Google it. And if you have the parental controls on their device, that doesn't mean when they're at their friend's house they can't look it up. When they borrow so and so's thing,
But also,
when they take your
Laura,
phone.
But my son might be the kid in kindergarten who tells the whole class that babies come out of the vagina.
Good, good,
Yeah.
good.
Laura, to see him
is he
handle
lying?
it wasn't.
But John,
even
if you tell them you take a shit. He knows you take a shit, it comes out of your butt. He knows that when you cough, it comes out of your mouth. You know what's
Yeah,
on
you-
your nose? This snot.
Yeah.
You know what's
All right, the
crazier?
baby comes out of your vagina. It's just your physical. It's like
Some
normal.
other form of mucus or excrement comes out through your vagina.
Do you know what's crazy? Like, what's crazier than a baby,
Natural.
or as crazy as a baby coming out of vagina is a fat man with a white beard coming out of the fucking chimney.
I mean,
It just, it's all nuts. We do this because we sexualize it. He doesn't know what sex is. So vagina is no different than a chimney, and Santa coming out of that, and a baby coming out of that. He's just like, okay, thank
But
you,
I
and he
even
walks
think-
away.
I even think it's important to let kids know what sex is and not don't come out and tell your 5-year-old if they're not asking you.
Or when he saw
but
the beetle on
when
top
they-
of the beetle, he said, "What are they doing?" I said,
They're
"Those
making a
beetles love
baby."
each other, and they want to have baby beetles." I said that
Yeah.
to my 4-year-old, and he was like, "Wow, they're gonna have babies?" I'm like, "Yeah." I didn't break it down.
No,
At
because
4,
that's
cool.
all you have to do.
And you know what? At 7, I could talk about it a different way, and at 12, I could talk about it a different way.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I don't have to make up. I don't have to lie.
Because
I don't have to
Adults
shun
are
away.
uncomfortable.
It's just like,
That's why
those
they
two
did it.
beetles are in love. That's why that beetle's on top of that beetle. Those two beetles want to make more beetles. That's what I said. I think that's one of the best parenting moments I've had. I know it's ridiculous, but we have these scarlet lily beetles. They're so fucking cool. We have these. They're destroying my
And
lilies.
they fuck a lot.
But they're really cool, and they fuck in captivity. You can
Yo.
put them in put them in an old mayonnaise jar, and they will fuck in front of
Yo,
your 4-year-old.
how do I get an invite? Why you holding out? How do I get an invite?
And now we got a larva, we got a baby, we got a whole family.
Oh, I'm
God, you're
into all of
breeding
it.
Bugs.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
into
breeding
all
bugs.
of this.
Oh, but they don't leave them when they die. I take out the dead ones every.
Oh, I want to know more about the dead ones.
Yeah,
Why you leave me out of this?
I'm controlling it like bugs. I'm taking care of invasive species, but I'm also teaching my kid about sex and
Yeah.
insects and life and death and bugs are the gateway.
Bugs are the
He
gateway.
talks about death where it's like that bug died, and I'm like, yeah, you
bugs die.
You put it in a jar out in the sun, and it couldn't leave or eat or drink, and it died. And he was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah." let's
And
not do
you
that
killed
again."
it. You killed that bug.
You.
Your
No.
carelessness and reckless. That's what you tell him.
Now
You're
you're
like,
my mom.
you.
My mom did that to me when I stood over a crack. We had a brick border by
You
the
killed
fence,
your grandma.
and there were bumblebees coming out. I
You
sat.
shoved your grandmother under the sidewalk.
I did.
Grandma's dead because you stepped on that crack.
See what you did.
You broke my mother's back. Oh, we touched on
Sorry.
something deep.
How could you?
John is feeling emotions
I
now.
killed Big Grandma.
He killed Big Grandma.
That's what I call my great grandma. Isn't that the best? Big Grandma.
Big grandma.
She was like 4 feet tall with a bushka. She looked. You know the Halloween mask of the old lady at Party City?
Mhm.
That was Big Grandma.
Big grandma.
And she had the stockings that she rolled down to her
Yeah.
ankles.
For some reason, they
I have a picture of her
they
sitting
kept
next
wearing
to
them.
my pet rabbit in a cage, and it's one of my favorite things in the world. It looks like it's like it doesn't look like it's from any like I should not have been able to take that photo.
Hey, if
Anyway.
grandma's not good enough for you, try big grandma.
Big grandma.
Double the grandma, double the fun.
She didn't really speak English, but we watched Bugs Bunny together,
Mhm.
and she loved Joe Namath.
All right.
It's a big grandma.
She goes, Joe Namath.
She thought he was hot.
Oh, here's the big grandma.
Here's
Just
is a
a big
bigger. Hey,
grandma.
I forgot to ring the bell before. I got a Goose Island Kolsch. Thank you. That's for big grandma.
I got
We're
the
gonna-
Stella. I gotta finish.
Ooh, the Artois.
Yeah. Gotta get
And
another one.
I'm sipping my Rebecca Creek. I said
What
I
are
wasn't
you-
going to drink too much tonight, and here we go.
Here we are.
That's the
what
test.
are you curious about? You were just about to say, I'm curious.
It's gone.
Oh,
That's where I'm at.
fuck.
It's gone, everybody. Holy shit.
That's his.
It just goes to show you. I don't know what it goes to show.
You know what, Laura? To
Yeah.
be continued.
To be continued.
Until next time.
If you want to keep, we're gonna keep going, but you have to be a little Chub Club Patreon supporter member
That's right.
person if you want to keep listening.
That whole time, if you're not that, you best keep
What is
on
it, a dollar?
What are you gonna
scrolling
do?
to the next.
What do you gotta do? Like a
podcast.
dollar?
You can call him Chubbs.
$2
For $1, we'll call you a chub.
$1, you could
We'll
be a
call
chub.
you a little chub.
Right
Give
to
it-
your fucking
For the
face.
price
Give me
of a
$1
cup of
month,
coffee.
I'll
Now
call you
give me
that.
that dollar.
That's who you want to be for $1.
I'll slap your
$1.
fucking fat face, silly.
You're a little chub to me. You hear me?
You hear me? You
That's what you do.
fucking chub.
Keep
You
going.
little fucking chub.
Give us the dollar. You could hear
Give
it.
me $1. I'll
Fit
call
it.
you a little chub.
Oh, give me $1. I'll call your mother and tell her that I call you a little chub. Everybody's gonna know you're gonna be the topic of the next barbecue this summer.
Chubby.
Oh, your aunt's gonna know. She's gonna say, "Look at this little chub sitting here eating a hot dog next to Uncle Phil." Well, you know what? He makes me sick. So yeah, join the little chub club for as little as
If
a
you want more
dollar.
of that,
It was $1 a month.
Yeah,
more
you'll
of that?
hear the continuation of our
What
night.
did $12 a year?
we're gonna talk about some fucked up shit.
Oh, that's when we get into like
we're gonna
photons, protons, and
The
croutons.
FCC has no jurisdiction.
Oh, on
Little
Patreon?
Chub
Oh,
Club.
they can't.
They
Oh,
don't
There's
even
no
know.
God, I'm
Little
gonna
Chub
suck
Club.
off a horse.
You hear me? It's 1984. God is dead.
Laura's on the Laura's on the floor.
You're gonna suck off a horse.
That's right.
What the fuck
That's
did you
right.
say?
That's right. Live on the next little chub club. I'm gonna
Mm.
drink it all.
40 years old. I can't be on the floor. I can't be on the floor.
We'll get you off the floor. There's two of us, but if two of us end up on the floor, we're fucked.
Oh,
Like,
if we
have to
both
wake
end up on
Brienne.
the floor, that's it.
Oh,
That's
no,
it.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
call my wife. They're on the floor.
I would love.
Again.
You know what? The final episode is gonna be us screaming Brienne for 8 hours.
Brienne.
I'm on the floor again.
Chris is on the floor. He
I
can't get
tried
up.
to get him up, Brienne.
I shit.
He died the way that he lived. Falling on the floor, sucking off a horse.
And she comes down. She looks at us. I hope she walks over to Brienne. When this happens, walk over. I would need you to press stop. And if you just turn off, it saves everything to the SD card.
Yeah,
Take the SD
but wait,
card out.
but wait. Importantly,
When we're all dead,
Wait.
when you find us dead.
No, really. this is
no.
important.
Most importantly, though,
Just turn it off.
well, before you turn it off, you gotta say, "Fit it where you shit it." He-Man.